Well, hello, America. Welcome to AmericanVotingShow.com, where you, the viewing audience, can get to weigh in your decisions after seeing the subject matters we're about to discuss. So let's just dive right into show number 3. Okay, folks, you probably may or may not know about the Department of Energy, and that's one of the government offices that was created in the year 1977. And it was first created to get a better control on nuclear materials and a possible safer method of creating energy. Well, just in the recent 3 years or so, we have spent, or our government, let me rephrase that, has spent an ungodly amount of money, 10, 20, 90-something billion dollars of taxpayer money on this green venture defined resourceful energies. The sad part is that majority of these companies pretty much closed up shop year and a half after getting the government grants, our taxpayer money, mind you, and just closing up shop. Other sad fact is that most of these CFOs of these companies pretty much handsomely paid themselves before all this event happened, with no collection method whatsoever of getting the money back to fixing our federal debt. Now, when I think green money. Now, and if I were an investor willing to invest into a venture, I would probably start slow, maybe with 1, maybe 2 companies to see the outcome of how well they're doing before you open up doors for more investments. But I mean, there's over a dozen companies, green energy companies, that were subsidized by the government through our taxpayer money, of course, and they didn't succeed. And it cost us taxpayers, which is, again, part of the federal deficit, the deficit ceiling of $16 trillion plus. It's a part of how it got there. Now, if I were an investor just on a gang busted loose of venturing, investing money, that's like taking money and just throwing it all at one time. That's not common sense or practical. Say you or I were one of these green companies that actually went to a bank, if we could even get a loan for this type of a venture. We're going to be held accountable. We're going to be signing a personal guarantee that we're going to promise to pay this kind of money back at a certain due date. Okay? We all are held accountable. Now, when you're dealing with government subsidies, it's kind of up in the air. I mean, that's kind of like, you may have kids, like I've had kids, take them to a toy store. I mean, they just like go all over the place, buy them whatever they want. It's not their money. So they're not accountable. They pick what they want, and hopefully you can pay for it at the register. Same thing. When there's no accountability for monies that are released, I mean, why would or should, if some of these companies even be able to succeed? And if not, big whoop-de-deal. What's the big deal to us? You can check out these helpful links, and you can pause me at any time you want. I won't be offended, and read up on some of these helpful links that are on the bottom of your screen. Would you believe there's actually some parties that are actually blaming our president, Mr. Obama, that for some reason or the other, these green startup companies were somewhat politically tied to his interest of getting him in the office? I mean, they're calling this thing a lot of different things, cronyism, whatever, but I mean, I personally don't know what to believe. But something just doesn't make sense. Once again, America, I went out to you to see what your thoughts are. Hey, what's your thought on our federal government spending like $90+ billion in the past several years for the sake of finding greener energy?
I think it's a shame.
Well, I'm a colonel in the United States Militia, and the name of my group's Ohio Valley Freedom Fighters. So it pretty much tells you what I think about our government, period. There shouldn't be a federal government. Just what's established by the Constitution, which is for the infrastructure and the defense of the nation. So everybody that participates in the federal government now is a criminal because everything they're doing is unconstitutional, including no term limits.
Well, here's my thoughts. I'm into green energy like anyone else is, but right now we're still in $16+ trillion of debt, and the dollar is fallen. I just want my green to be greener. Don't you? All right, folks, here's what we're voting on. First of all, vote yes or no. I think no exotic spending on green energy until we have a balanced budget. Second, minimize the size of the Department of Energy. Yes or no. And third, let's find a way to collect the money from these defunctated companies and bring that money back to cover some of the national deficit. Yes or no. I need your vote. America, click that mouse. See you next time.